Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On second down, here's Mixon. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4.
56, lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone. Detroit, Detroit.
From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Jabril Peppers is deep for Cleveland. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 44. 1st down, Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Detroit. Detroit.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there, a 22.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Screen play, Johnson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Hey, 4 down.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Green 39. Gun, 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 gun.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Leopard. Leopard.
On third down, Jackson. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And Jones has it over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have... Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just,
All right, now,
I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on it.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Tyus Bowser in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go!
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 38.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Now Jackson on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Over!
Jackson from the shotgun. Complete to Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
319! Gun! 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 Gun!
Jackson on 1st down. Crabtree with it over the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Here we go now. Blue 90!
They go play action with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Second down, Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Julio Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Oh, now he bowls him over. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Finding Gabriel complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there on 3rd down for the Browns. 42 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield going deep for Benjamin. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Christian Kirksey in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they're ranked dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
To throw on 3rd down, Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is fielded at the 27. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Mayfield. Looking deep for Gabriel. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot. Detroit. Detroit. Hot.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They get it to him running left. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pound.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Boyle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up first and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Play action. Now Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and 7.
Gone! Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Jackson. He's got Curse. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big gain of 38 there on third down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. A perfectly executed crossing route. Now a play fake here on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! 59 fight. Check.
And Jackson throwing once more. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On second and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. Now it's Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, first and 10 at the 20.
Over!
Following the interception, Mayfield looking deep for Gabriel. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll try again from the 20 on second and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, Johnson gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On third down, Mayfield. He's got his tight end in Njoku. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They go play action. Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Hurry up. Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On second down, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Hurry up. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Jackson now. Steps away to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. He was going for the tight end, Nick Vanette. And now it's second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Hurry up. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Jackson on second down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, Incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Hot!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going deep for Benjamin. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19! Hot!
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. Here's Britton Colquitt now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. So a change of possession here on the punt. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. And now here come the Ravens. They have the football. They're looking good, but the lead is just 2. So any mistake in a field goal can beat you. They got to be careful.
And that's where it gets difficult because you don't want that to leak into your thinking. You want to play like, hey, we've got the advantage.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Joe Mixon. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Over, over, over! Over, over! Detroit! Detroit!
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Looking downfield for Jones. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Over, 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 over! Now let's go!
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for the Browns. 54 yards.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Johnson on the counter. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go to Johnson again. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And his kick here is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a...
Willie Snead all alone. The 40, 20, 10, 5, and he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. A beautiful fake. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And the Browns getting set to go. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Now a it's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Ravens, it's a rare bright spot in what's been a tough season as they move to 2-7 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis,